Welcome to this edition of The Roadie Reporter. I am your host for the segment, Mark Zaccaria. Here in the Ocean State, it is said that much about our government is broken. Such comments are frequently accompanied by the patented roadie eye roll. We joke about bureaucracy and featherbedding, despite the extra costs we have to pay in taxes to support our inefficient systems. For the most part, though, we don't worry too much about our personal safety at the hands of our quirky, lumbering state authority. It's sad to say, but while you weren't looking, that too has changed. Consider the sad case of Matthew Komrowski. In 2011, Mr. Komrowski completed a sentence at the ACI, which featured 280 days of time off for good behavior. Just 2 days after his release, he was arrested again, this time for the murder of Shirley Goon Donnelly. Today, some 8 years later, Komrowski still has no trial date. Do you remember the flap that attended former Attorney General Peter Kilmartin as he left office with thousands of cases untouched? Well, they weren't all parking tickets, folks. This brutal murder was one of them. Well, you tell me what sort of priority a murder case should command, but in 5 months on the job, our current AG, Peter Nerona, hasn't made that calendar entry either. So the alleged slayer has resumed his long career as a star inmate and is playing the system quite happily. Well, that's right, playing the system. Heaven forfend that Matthew Komrowski should have to deal with daily life in the company of the general population. No. He's found his way to the inmate mental health facility where he can have unlimited and unsupervised telephone privileges, more private accommodations, and dealings with medical staff more than corrections officers. Folks, do phone privileges mean smartphone privileges? Because it sure seems so since he's all over social media. Wait, I couldn't get away with making something like this up. Here's a picture Mr. Komrowski posted on Facebook in May of 2019. Okay, where do we start? How'd he get the gun he used to take that selfie? Let's say you're a member of Shirley Donnelly's family. You're waiting patiently for justice to be done, and this image comes your way. If you were a witness in this case, would you be intimidated? And what would you do? Go to court to seek a restraining order? What court? With no trial date assigned, there's no judge either. Anyway, Mr. K is not going to be the one knocking on your door. It'll be someone he calls on his private line. On May 7th, 2019, WJAR-TV aired a news package on the Donnellys' concerns over the delays and intimidation they were getting from the justice system in this case. The next day, Carolyn Medeiros, executive director of Rhode Island's Alliance for Safe Communities and a longtime nemesis of the accused, received a call from Mr. Komrowski himself. He, of course, complained about the abusive spin he thought had been used in the Channel 10 reporting. She, of course, changed her phone number. So, what do we have to do to get a little outrage around here? I get it that the Department of Behavioral Health Care, Developmental Disabilities and Hospitals officials don't want to go so hard on the so-called forensic population that they create more murder and mayhem inside. But does that mean they let the inmates post threatening images from behind the walls of the ACI? At the minimum, ladies and gentlemen, someone with more horsepower than your humble roadie reporter has to get up off his or her chair and bring a little sanity to this insane situation. No?